Another important dialogue I just thought of that people have difficulty understanding is from Act 4, when the Duke has just given the whole speech about Shylock showing mercy or expecting to show mercy, and Shylock says, I've sworn by my holy Sabbath. And then Shylock dives into that whole dialogue where he says, you'll ask me why I prefer a weight of carrion flesh instead of a pound of instead of money, instead of 3,000 ducats. I will not answer that, but I'll say it's my humor. The word humor over here is mood. It's my mercy. I want to do it. That's what I want. Did you understand? He asks everyone in the court. Everyone's stunned. They are not understanding this response from Shylock. So he says, you know what, just imagine something. He gives everyone food for thought. He says, imagine that your house is infested with rats and you're ready to spend 10,000 ducats to have it baned, have it poisoned. Are you answered yet? Again, nobody's understanding where he's getting at. So he goes to another example. He says, imagine that there are some people, observe that there are some people who can't behold a cat. They can't stand the sight of a cat. Behold, they can't stand the sight of cats. There are some people who can't stand the sound of a bagpipe. When the bagpipe sings in the nose, the nasal sound of a bagpipe, shrill sound of a bagpipe. Or there are some people who can't stand a gaping pig. Gaping pig is roasted pig, which is pork basically. Are you answered yet? Again, people are not understanding why he's talking about these references. He says, these people who can't stand a cat, rat, or a bagpipe, or a pig, there is no specific reason to be given why. For example, Ram might hate cats and Sham might hate cats, but both might hate cats for another reason. But the core reason, they don't have a specific reason. They don't have the same reason why Ram hates cats and why Sham hates cats. The reason over here, the core reason, is that both of them have been scarred by some past event with this particular cat. Example de raha hu tum log ko. So he's saying that since there is no firm reason is particular, individual reason to be given as to why he over here is a person, why a person can't stand a cat or a rat or a bagpipe or a pork. But affection is the mistress of passion. Affection over here is your emotions. Mistress of passion, matlab your actions. So your emotions control your actions. You know, if your emotion is of hatred, then your action will show hatred. If your emotion is of love, your action will show love. So emotion is the mistress of passion and sways it, matlab controls it as to its liking or loathing, as to what it likes or hates. And since there's no firm reason to be given, no individual reason to be given why these people hate these things, but of force must yield to such inevitable shame as to offend himself being offended, which means a person, when he's offended or abused by someone or something in the past, he is forced to return that abuse back. He is forced to punish that person in the same way, no matter how shameful that manner might be. Shylock is essentially saying that why I hate Antonio and why someone somewhere else might hate Antonio will be two different reasons. But the core reason over here would be that Antonio has offended us or abused us in some way so as to create that one feeling in us which is of hatred. And that hatred, that loathing is deep-seated. That deep-rooted hatred in me is making me act in this shameful manner of taking a pound of flesh.